Hey planner peeps and fellow stationery enthusiasts. I am coming back to you with another video, the first of the new year. So happy new year to all who are just tuning in, may have just discovered me or caught a whiff of me from last year. What I am going to discuss with you today is just a weekly recap in some of the systems that I'm going to say I'm going to start off 2026 and hopefully I keep up with it. But I just have 3 items here today to share with you. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I don't want to take a whole lot of time doing this. So first up is this size right here. It is the cloth and paper petite size. It measures 4x6 with the insert dimensions. And I have previously done a detailed walkthrough on how I set this up. I do want to highlight a couple new things that I've added because I did say in that other video that these systems are probably, well, they are in progress. So the one thing that I did add is my name, this cute little design, because I don't know what else to call it. And this was an item from a shop called Paper and Alley, which unfortunately she is no longer in business, but I did add it here because I emptied out my pockets from another planner system. And then the other item that I wanted to share with you that I added was my initials right here with these cloth and paper. I don't know if it's not raised stickers, but it's a set of they're 3D. You can actually feel them. They're not flush to the page. So I added my initials here to that. So what I want to share with you all is what I've been doing in this notebook because it's not a planner. So what I've chosen to do is just write down some things that I've identified for the week and keep track of whether or not I've completed them. So I won't read these out to you, but as you can see, I've come up with my own little system of highlighting whether or not I've taken care of it. So looking at this list, seeing how many little square blue boxes I have, I am happy with this method because it keeps me motivated to do the things that I probably don't want to do. So that is what I've done in the Heirloom so far. There's another thing that is coming up in a future video. I don't have it filled out right now, so I don't want to go into it, but essentially that is how I have used my CPP Heirloom folio system. This is kind of like on an as needed basis. I may or may not use it weekly to capture those things that I need to get done, but so far that's what I'm doing. In this next system, warning, this is definitely a work in progress. This is the one that I considered when I did my walkthrough of my planner stack for 2026. This is definitely under construction. So this cover that you see here, these discs that you see here, they will be coming out or coming off of the system. For right now, we are just going to work with this until I get the other pieces. And I will go into the rationale for this being kind of like a slow process. So I will say that the guts of this, or the innards of this, is pretty much what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and get started with the first page, which is actually a fold away insert that I am using as a tracker. So this is from Cloth and Paper. This came in the December 2025 subscription, and I'm using it to document or track some things related to my daughter. And so instead of using stickers and a whole bunch of different elements, I actually need this insert to be relatively calm when I look at it. And so I'm using just little symbols that I've defined over here. I know what it means when I look at this insert. And just to share, just in case some individuals may not be aware of how this actually works, this is a fold out. So for the first 6 months, you can see every day mapped out for those months. And then for the latter part, you can see it mapped out here. So when it's all said and done, I have a one-stop shop to see the information that I tracked throughout the whole year. This was just here to let me know what page I need to turn to instantly, because I would have been flipping through everything. Again, I've already done a detailed walkthrough of the elements of this, so I won't go into that in this video. This is just a weekly recap on how I have used the system so far this year. So the next page that I want to focus on, this page is in development as well, but the way that I use it is not. So one of the things that I am trying to practice with myself is what you see here. This was a little note for me to remind me, what did I want to say about the information that is captured right here. I am using the decluttered inserts that also came in the December 2025 subscription box from Cloth and Paper to highlight items that traditionally I may have gone and purchased impulsively at some point, but I want to practice delayed gratification. Meaning just because I have the money doesn't mean I have to go run out and get it right then and there. I want to, it's not that I don't appreciate my items when I get them, but I want to, I don't know, have some type of build up before acquiring them. So anyway, I've identified two main things. They're not necessarily super expensive, but again, it's just me trying to practice delayed gratification. One being a Moterm cover that will be for this system right here, which is why it is a slow process. There are other things, other elements that I need to get for this system, but I just haven't put them down necessarily. And then a safety chain clip for my Pandora, or one of my Pandora bracelets, particularly in silver. For the bracelet that I'm talking about, not every time that I take it off, but if I haven't worn it in a while and it's in my little jewelry drawer with other jewelry, the last time I looked, my charms had fallen off my bracelet, and it's because it does not have the safety chain clip. So I need to get one so I don't lose my charms, because those charms, as I'm sure anyone who does Pandora, they know that that means something. So one thing I want to call out before I move on from this insert is, yes, this is a declutter insert, but I am repurposing it. I have chosen not to rename the categories yet, because I'm not sure if this is going to be for 1 month. So like this is for January, maybe for February. I'm not sure. So once I figure out how I want to, when I add stuff, I may change the headers that you see here. So that's how I'm repurposing that, because I don't think I need a declutter specific insert. And then the spiral. So I wasn't necessarily in the market for using the spiral, but I have figured out a way to make use for it for me, because I have changed how I document things from the past 2 years to this year, and I'm making use of this spiral. So let's turn to the monthly page. So this is not going to have a lot going on, again, because I need to be able to see what I'm talking about. And the two things that I am going to track on these monthlies in this spiral will be related to social media things, and then also financial activity, particularly with online orders. So what I used to do in a book bound system was document the date I received an online order, and then also put down the original order date. So you can see it here. I don't have to point out my little temporary legend, but right here, I'm just going to put an abbreviation, what I create as an abbreviation for said shop. And then I put down the order date for said items. This little arrow lets me know instantly that I'm going to look back to another month, because if I order something in this month, for instance, the cloth and paper January subscription, I know I'm going to receive it in January. The order was technically placed on January 1st. I am scheduled to receive it on Monday. So the way this will look will be CP and then 1 in parentheses, no arrow, because it's in the same month. So that's how I've been tracking, how I have traditionally tracked from a bird's eye view my orders that I've placed. And then over here, I will keep a legend of the abbreviations and then the shop names. So, oh, and then the other thing I'm going to also track is when I film, edit, and upload videos, because I don't think it's going to be too busy. So that's the monthly. That's how I'm going to treat the monthly. And then for the weeklies, I actually do have another section, but I didn't take a look at it before I started recording, and I'll just speak to it in another video. But for my weeklies, it's not going to have a lot going on in it as well. But I am going to track, since I'm trying to be on a cash basis in terms of eating out or frivolous spending, not tied to an account, I am going to try to remember to document it in the weekly. So here I'm just saying I took out $400. I should have come up with a time frame of when it's supposed to be handled, how long it's supposed to last me, but I didn't. So anyway, I've just got here, I've documented when I have spent money that should come out of this $400. So this is when I went to a local restaurant. This is when I made a purchase for lunch at Publix, but I went to self-checkout and did not realize they don't take cash. So I had to use my debit card. So I know that I need to deposit $10 back into my account. And then I used cash when I went to Walgreens for a frivolous purchase. So, and it'll also cover things like personal maintenance and things like that. So I plan to use cash for that as well. So that's the high level gist of me using my spiral. And then as an honorable mention, I will go through my daily logging as quickly as I can. I always say that, but then I don't know. I guess I like to yap, or when I see certain things, it makes me yap a little bit more. So let me pull this out. So this is the planner cover that I was talking about. I had these pockets completely filled. This stuff is permanent, so I'm not going to remove that. So I don't know if I'm going to decorate the pockets again, but anyhow. So this is going to I'm going to show from the start of the year up until, I guess, today, but it's not a whole lot going on because I haven't gotten through the day. So just to recap, or for first time viewers, I like to record what I did, not what I plan to do, because this is like my memory is bad. So I need something to show what actually happened, as opposed to me saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. Because I'll show you where I kind of messed up that this week, if I remember. So what you're looking at is, like I said, it's a daily log. Sometimes I'll put a journaling moment down to kind of talk about something that happened that day or how something made me feel. That's in here. But what I want you to take notice of is the tearaway pages here. So I have a tearaway calendar that I love from Cloth and Paper. Okay, today is the 9th, but when I ripped out the 8th, the 9th came with it. So we're stuck with this. I went ahead and put the 9th already into my notebook. So what I'm doing is, this is my landing spot for now for the pages that I use for the day. So I think you can get the gist of how I'm doing it. So what I've also done is, one thing I do want to kind of make note of, it may be apparent, but things that I consider sensitive, I did go ahead and cover up with some these page flags and these semicircle stickers, both from Cloth and Paper. So what I've done for each of the days is I'm trying to use my stash also. Like I'm really excited about stationery from Cloth and Paper, but I'm also like, I still like the stuff that I already had. So what I'm doing is finding inspiration by looking through my stash and adding little elements to decorate behind the tearaway page. So I'm trying to use washi tape, because that's another way for me to use my stash. Trying to use washi tape to match whatever design I got for the day. Not design, but whatever decoration I got for the day. This one didn't quite match, but I don't care. So this is today. That's why I said there's nothing really here. But, oh yeah, and then when I was tearing off January 8th, 9 wanted to come. So typically this is now already right here, but like I said, I just went ahead and put it into the book. So that pretty much wraps up how I have used my systems. So, ooh, it's about to fall. The system, sorry for the shaking, and you know, work in progress. So these are the systems that, oh, I need to put this back. I don't even know. Oh, I know why I did this. Because I needed to show the fold out. So yeah, so this is what I am currently using. I really, really like my system. It's not too much. I can't have anything that requires a whole lot of me because I realize I will get overwhelmed and then I will fall by the wayside with it. And I'm about to get super, super busy. In past videos, I've mentioned I'm studying for a certification, but as soon as I pass the last part of that, I'll be on to another one. And this one is going to be way more intense. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of time. And I don't want to have systems that require a lot out of me. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed kind of getting a glimpse into how I use my items, because I have been putting out a lot of haul videos and I want to share how I use my stuff. So either way, hope you got some inspiration if you needed some. If you have any questions about anything that I didn't elaborate on that you are interested in knowing about, feel free to drop down in the comments and ask, and I will be sure to give you a reply. So I hope you are having a great morning, afternoon, or evening when you tune into this, and I will catch you the next time. Bye-bye.